Hi, this is Drew Huang again. Today I'm going to talk about Bitcoin because if you look at some of my videos, it's pretty funny because I was quite a hater about Bitcoin in 2014, and I can't remember when I had to go back to my account. I think it was in 2014 that I bought some Bitcoin to experiment with it because I was thinking it's really something special about it, and I took the plunge and I bought it like 50 Sing dollars of Bitcoin. Back then in 2014 it was around, let's say, 700 USD, so it's like a Sing about 830 no 700 Sing dollars, and it was like 400 500 USD dollars US dollars. So I remember the first time I encountered Bitcoin is when I was in working in Bullion Star. Bullion Star was a company I used to work back then. It's a precious metal dealer based in Singapore. I'll just post in the link below so that you can find more about Bullion Star and more about the company. So I worked there about a couple of months before I left. So the thing is, having this conversation with my ex-colleague, you were talking about precious metal and the future of the growth of precious metal and stuff like that because you're colleagues. And suddenly I was asking him about Bitcoin, and he was like, oh yeah, I have some Bitcoin, not much, maybe about 1 to 2 Bitcoin. I was like, wow, that's a lot, right? I said, yeah, I got some loose money and stuff like that. So that got me intrigued and got me interested. So I still remember what I did next is I was so excited about Bitcoin, but I was confused because I think I make a video about it just a couple of days ago, hating about Bitcoin, and a few days later my thoughts completely changed just one conversation. So what I did is I tested my one of my church leaders who I admire her views very much. I told her, hey, I found a very good opportunity about making money long term. But she's not invested everything. I just trying to help her get going because back then she wasn't getting married yet, and I think this is a good way for her to have some money in future, maybe like a few years down the road. I don't know why I have this thought back then. So then she was say, oh yeah, what is it? Bitcoin. She was like, Drew, what the heck is Bitcoin? I was like, that's the worst thing you can say to a person about investment, but it's not investment. I said, I don't know. She was like, okay, I'm not interested. Then she didn't follow through. I decided to buy with $50. So fast forward 3 years down the road, 3 to 4 years down the road, Bitcoin grew from 50 Sing dollars to about almost $400. I was like, oh my god, why did I buy more? I just put in a few more zeros and I'd be much richer right now. I can even invest in the stock market. So ever since when I came back and we studied about Bitcoin just a couple of weeks ago, close to a month ago, I was very intrigued about Bitcoin. It's because Bitcoin itself is not an investment, alright? You must have this preparation if you choose to invest or to speculate in the Bitcoin. You have a high chance of losing everything because Bitcoin is still unstable and it is a new technology that requires a lot of faith and growth right now. But the early pioneers will really make it. Like for example, I still remember reading an article like a few weeks ago. I'm still on the fence whether it's true or false, but I'm thinking it's true. I'll try to find the link and post it on the description below. It says that this guy worked in the Silicon Valley in 2009, 2010, 11, I can't remember which year, and he stumbled upon Bitcoin. So that was like 18 cents USD per Bitcoin. Now it's like what? I can't remember, 3,000 US? I can't remember. So back then it's like 18 cents USD. Oh come on, how much you gonna lose 18 cents? Just throw a few quick or few $1,000s and you just wait for it to go. You feel it's just only a few thousand. You just don't, as long as you don't throw your life savings away, it's okay to speculate a bit, but you must not see it as an investment, but see it as a speculation. If you lose those money, you just like say, man, it's just, it won't affect my life. It's it will affect my my lifestyle and everything. So nowadays I have some little fun thing for let's say there's a new thing that I'll just throw some money away, because you may get high risk but high returns, but of course calculated risk. So back to Bitcoin. So this guy, he actually traded about he speculated about $3,000 USD back then in 2011 or 9 or 8, I can't remember. So he then was like, okay, I'll just buy. But the thing is this, he had a very good concept. He said, okay, I'll buy and keep it long term, hold it for a couple of years, and then we shall see. So a few years down the road, he actually totally forgot about Bitcoin until news came. We say Bitcoin hit 1,007, 1,004, 1,007 USD, new high record. That was like about 2 years ago. So he was like, wow, oh yeah, Bitcoin, I bought some Bitcoin about 3 years ago, let's go back to it. So when I go back to his I think he was using some I think blockchain wallet or something, he was shocked. His investment of $3,000 became a multi-million investment, multi-million returns. So from there, he quit his job, and his net worth now, after selling some Bitcoins, I think still have like maybe 1,000 Bitcoin now, his net worth is still about 25 million US dollars. I'm still on the fence whether it's true or false, but if this is true, I'm really happy for him, because he took the risk. It's only 3k, but he's become multi-millionaire. So the thing is, your thinking has to change, because even my views on gold has changed a little bit, and even my views on the economy has changed a little bit. Because for example, back then in during Warren Buffett times and doing Benjamin Graham, value investing is very, very attractive. But nowadays, trying to find net valuation in the US market is really hard, because now the market is going up and down really fast, and the thing is, it's pretty healthy, tends to try everything, but I know it's going to crash anyways, because that's how the economy works. Too much credit and too much borrowing and lending does harm to our economy as a whole, collectively. So the thing is, you must keep up with the times. So for investors, for us in my age, because now I'm 31, in order to invest, you have to keep on looking in investments, new investment styles that will keep up with the times. Yes, value investing is still very important, especially variable investing, but now I develop more into dividends, paying stocks, plus value investing, and you need to invest in companies that will not make a profit for the next few years until they invested in new technologies, and they have profits in the long future. For example, let's see, Amazon was a great example, because if I remember correctly, Jeff, the founder of Amazon, didn't make much money, have a loss of in Amazon for quite a number of years before they make profit. So the thing is, how in the world are you going to evaluate in the stock when there's no profit margin, or wherever there's loss every quarter? So your thinking has to be has to be on the right mindset. You have to ask the right questions. As investors, we have whole spectrum of information given to us. The only way to get an edge is thinking. If your thinking is so liberating, in the sense that nobody has stopped out and you are early in the game, the early pioneers as they say, you will make a lot of profit as a future unfolds. However, you have to be correct, because most of the time we may look wrong and we don't know what's going on. So every few months we have to reevaluate, or when the crisis come, the news, you have to reevaluate. Same for Bitcoin, you have to think whether this thing will work, because this thing is a new technology, what I say. So don't just hate Bitcoin because you don't understand it, because Ian Bernard says something really interesting. He's a pastor in New York. He says something that people attack what they do not understand. So using this quote as a guideline, when people don't understand something, they will attack it till they can't take it anymore. So the thing is, you have to try to understand. I know Bitcoin is now a bit hard for you to understand right now, so I'll post some of the links below on how I found about Bitcoin. I only found out that two videos are really useful, but I'll just post one because it's a really long video. It's from London Real. It's like a talk show where interview real successful people, and this guy is I think his name is called Andreas. He talked about Bitcoin. The way he explained Bitcoin is fabulous. The way he explained Bitcoin that any 5-year-old will understand. He was saying like the Bitcoin is like email back in 1992 to 1994. People thought the internet was the email, but the internet was internet. But until in the late 90s, people realized, oh, email is just the feature of the internet. Internet is the one we should be raving about. So he said that the Bitcoin is like an email, and the blockchain is actually the internet. We should be raving about the blockchain. So the face of the blockchain is actually Bitcoin. So when people talk Bitcoin, they should be more excited about the technology behind it, which is blockchain. So I'll just post the link below, and I'm sure you'll be excited about it. So I'll see you then. Okay, bye.